Ramble.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this week's episode.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of You Can Sit With Us. I'm Matt, sitting here with Becky.
Hello.
And Rainie.
Hey.
And today we're talking about ranking. Ranking. Because Becky and I are experts. I feel like we've been on ranking the most out of anyone.
Yeah,
besides Eugene.
We're the rank
obviously.
spouses.
Rank spouses.
You
Yes.
rank husband, rank wife.
Rank husband, rank.
But we're
rank
not
us.
married to each other.
Exactly. You know, just lots of tastings.
Lots of eating.
Lots of discussion. Lots of debate.
Yeah. I feel like you do food ones a lot because you did chips. And then didn't you do another food one?
No, I only did chips, and then I appeared in the wine.
Oh,
one.
that's right. You had a cameo.
I had a cameo.
Cameo in wine.
Cameo in wine. That's a good memoir name.
Cameo in wine. Yeah, I've done ranking seltzers, ranking wines, ranking chips, and ranking reality TV shows.
See, you've done more than me. You've done 4.
Yeah. Well, actually, the ranking reality TV shows is the one that we shot, I think, right before the pandemic. And that made me start watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Because Eugene was like, I was fighting for Vanderpump Rules. You guys
course you
know. But I was like, VPR should be high up on this list. And I got poo-pooed.
Debate.
It was a lot of debate.
Yeah. Fight.
A lot of fighting. I feel like there's less fighting in the alcohol one than there was in chips.
Everyone likes alcohol.
Yeah, one of the questions we got a lot from the viewers was, how do you tell them apart, all the alcohol after a certain point? And you can tell. You can tell.
Especially when they're bad.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it was really hard at the end to just differentiate between the really bad ones, like a Franzia and like I don't know if we had Boonesfield, but we had some other bad one.
Yeah.
Those two both tasted just like hard liquor to me.
Malt liquor.
Yeah, it was like.
Well, also, it's hard to remember the flavors of 12 different things you just had.
Yeah.
When they're all called wine.
They're all called wine.
It's not like strawberries, blueberries, and like peaches. You know?
That's true. Very true, Matthew. But before we talk about ranking, we got to do a little catch up. We got to do a little chit chat. Our sweet little Maggie Doodle wasn't feeling good today, so she's not here.
Sicky.
You just got me and Matthew. Matthew, what have you been loving on TikTok this week? Because I feel like you send me about a jillion TikToks.
I mean,
and I send you a jillion TikToks.
This is true. But I have a very varied For You page, and it changes literally on the daily, and I have no idea how or why. Like, who's back there pushing those buttons? You know what I mean?
Your algorithm's all over the place.
What AI creature is like, yes, let's give him this today. But the funniest thing that I've been having on my For You page on TikTok lately has been this Irish grandmother, and she's in Ireland, and her daughter pranks her and does like the pranking on the camera. It's very funny.
What kind of pranks? Are they mean pranks or are they
They're
nice
not
pranks?
mean pranks. They're like the funny pranks where she's like, okay, so for our daughter, like we really want her to win this house. So she'll like prep the grandmother and she'll be like, we really want our daughter to win this house. So this is a show about the hardships she had growing up. So then she'll be like, the grandma will be sitting there and she'll be saying like things that aren't true. Like, oh, she grew up with a single mother because the father left her, and the grandmother has to sit there and she's like trying to have a straight face and not crack. It's really good. And you know, their Irish accents, they're like in Ireland. So like adds to the humor. It's a funny duo. The thing is, like multiple of them came up in like a day. You know what I mean? It wasn't just this one video. It was like, okay, I watched it all the way through. It's a little longer. And then it was like I got 3 or 4 more over the next day
and by
or
the way,
two.
this is 16 minutes long.
It's an hour-long TikTok?
It is such a long TikTok. I was watching it. First of all, I have no idea what she's saying.
I didn't even know you could make an hour-long TikTok.
No, it's not actually, but it's definitely the longest that like possible. I was like, I had no idea what was going on.
Our TikToks are so different, Matt. Our For You page.
Wait, so how often has she caught on that it's for
I think she got the idea that it was a prank.
social media?
Yeah,
but
whatever
she has it
the-
multiple times, right? Like this isn't the first iteration.
Yeah.
So now
There's
when
been
she starts,
multiple
is she
videos.
like, is this a real story?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask her.
We gotta get her on the
She
pod.
did say that it was like, she said, I feel like I'm on so-and-so show. So I wonder if that's like the Jimmy Fallon of Ireland.
Yeah. Yeah. Prank talk.
Prank.
I'm on prank talk.
You're, I know.
Matt's
Matt
on
is on prank talk. And that's such a funny prank. Have you ever pulled that prank on somebody?
No.
Never.
Maybe it's about time.
You gotta.
Becky, you want to do
Maybe
it?
try. You know what it reminds me of is, have you guys watched Jury Duty yet?
No.
So it's on Freevee, which is like Amazon Prime's new, like, I don't know, some sort of network that they're starting that you have to watch commercials, which is unfortunate, but
Yeah.
the show's worth it.
Yeah.
But basically the main guy in it submitted himself and to do a Jury Duty documentary. And so he thinks he's been chosen to do this documentary about what it's like to be a juror. And he gets there, and every single person that you see on screen other than him is an actor.
Oh my God.
And James Marsden is there. He's one of the characters in
Oh
it.
my God.
And he knows who James Marsden is. And so the whole show is basically like pushing him with more and more ridiculous things. Like, I don't want to spoil any of the crazy things that happen, but like early on, or later on, he like flips a cake. Like James Marsden like takes a cake and flips it over. And the guy who's being quote unquote pranked is like, he's like, that is not cool, James Marsden. Like he was like, he was like, no, this is too much. But he made it all the way to the end of the trial without like, he thought something was up, but he didn't know what was up because they also did like 5 hours of regular jury duty. And then would like insert these little things. And they had real lawyers who were also actors as the
God.
lawyers. And the judge was, do you know who Ike Barinholtz is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's his dad who was an actual judge for many, many years.
Oh, my gosh.
And so he seemed like a real judge.
Legit.
Yeah. But everybody was just like, it's so funny. And so like heartwarming too. Because every time he has an opportunity to like, where you'd kind of be like, oh, this guy's really, like one of the other jurors, you'd be like, oh, this guy's really weird. Like, I probably wouldn't talk to him. He like shows him a movie and is like, he shows him like a cartoon. He's like, I thought he'd like this movie because like he likes inventing stuff and like it was A Bug's Life. He was like, he likes inventing stuff and, you know, sometimes he's misunderstood. So I feel like he'd really like this.
my God.
Like they just found the sweetest guy.
Is that going on? It's currently
It's
airing?
done.
No,
it's done. Yeah,
I feel like
it's aired,
yeah.
and he's doing like interviews and stuff. But I would highly recommend watching it. It's so sweet.
Are you on any other? Because that to me is like such a particular flavor of prank.
Yeah.
Are you on any other kind of pranks like water buckets?
Well, there's like I feel like it's always like the Brazilian pranks are always so good. Like the Brazilian prank shows. Have you seen those? It's like the people like get in the elevator and then they simulate
they're
like
the
the
scary
elevator
ones?
dropping, even though it's not even moving, you know, and then people are like freaking out, or like someone will come out of the panel of the elevator, the lights will go out, and someone will come in and like spook them. Those are pretty good.
Did you ever watch the Jamie Kennedy Experience back in the day?
No.
He had a prank show that was like bizarre. And I remember it being pretty funny.
I just love a good, like scare prank is good. You know, a good scare prank.
Yeah, I like pranks with older people. I do not like pranks. Pranks with children make me really sad.
Oh yeah, pranks with children. I'm like, this
Like
is
what pranks do you do? Well, the eating all your
Eating all
Halloween
the
candy. That's a cute one though.
That's a cute one. I'm thinking more like, I remember when I didn't really know who David Dobrik was, and I watched a video of him pranking his like next door neighbor or something, and telling him that he was invisible, and then everybody went along with it, that like this kid was invisible, and like he like almost started crying, and I was like, I feel like that's like psychologically gonna fuck this kid up.
He's gonna be traumatized.
He's gonna be traumatized by this memory.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like this one, but yeah, the candy one is cute.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I mean, kids are just like learning about the reality. So then if you prank them, it's just like you're just teaching them. It's like confusing. It doesn't work. It's not funny because it's not like
Right.
There's no reveal. They're just like, oh wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents we didn't prank each other, but we did scare each other.
Oh
Around
yeah.
the
Very
corner?
into scares. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember We had watched The Exorcist for the first time, me and my brother.
Oh my God.
And my brother kept saying that I looked like the little girl from The Exorcist, and he was scared. And my dad was like, oh, you know what we'll do? You should do, you know when you do a back bend and you kind of walk?
Yeah.
That she did an Exorcist. He opened up my brother's door. I walked in doing a back
Oh my God,
bend.
what did your brother do? He died.
Screamed. Screamed and then laughed. They were always a quick reveal. You can't hold a back bend for that long. But there was also one time I was very embarrassed because I was in high school and I'm pretty sure I like peed my pants. But you know how when you flip a light switch and if you also have a fan with a light, if you pull the light on the physical fan,
Right.
Oh yeah.
the light switch doesn't work anymore.
Right.
So my childhood bedroom had that. And my parents got this witch. And I had like 7 friends over in the living room. And I went to get something out of my bedroom and the lights were off. And they took this mechanical witch and put it like next to my dresser so that my motion would activate it. And and then they did that thing with the light switch so that I had to walk across the room. I like fell to the floor screaming. And my mom, dad, and
'Cause
brother
she
were
scared
all
you?
outside the door. Yeah, because she went like, all my friends were in the living
my God,
room.
so funny.
Michael, Kim, and Don were just
Oh my God,
dying.
so funny. Dead.
They thought it was so funny.
I can't remember the last time someone pranked me.
I'm going to start doing it now.
You gotta prank Matt.
How to
I don't
prank
even know
Matt? Yeah, I
how.
wonder what a good prank for Matt would be.
Yeah, do you like pranks? Do you like being pranked, or is it like doesn't go both ways?
I don't know.
Because you don't even know when the last time was.
Yeah.
What about
been
a
so
prank
long.
like the Eugene sitting on Keith's lap? Do you like pranks like that? Like what if you were sitting on Maggie right now?
I mean, is that a prank though?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. Keith went into a chair, Matt. Keith lived as a chair, man.
I mean, yeah, if you're going to live like a chair, yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's funny. But not if he's just sitting there and then you're like, sit on my lap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw the chair video, right?
Yeah, I saw the chair.
Right, Matt?
I saw the chair video.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, the pranks where they're like the person who dresses like the chair in the car and they go through the drive-through. So then they looks like no one's driving the car.
Oh, that's
Those are
cute.
good.
Oh, those are really good.
Yeah. So then you
Those
get
are
up,
scary though.
well, you get up there and the person at the drive-through is like, no one's in this car. And then it's like the seat comes along.
My God. The poor person at the drive-thru is like, what the hell? What the hell's going on?
So funny. But then on TikTok, I feel like there's a lot of the jump scare ones where people are just like, bah!
Oh, yeah. Just
And like
pop
scaring
out.
people. And it's always just people going, ah! There was this one thing going around for a long time online that was like a video and it'd pull you in. It looked really nice. And all of a sudden, like something really scary would flash up.
Oh,
Like some like
yeah.
scary face with like really loud noise.
Yeah.
So you'd like be
I
watching
hate
it. And it's like,
A sensory overload.
surprise.
Those are not for me.
Surprise.
I like seeing, did you see the branding that they did for Evil Dead Rise? When they had people come to I don't know if it was like to a premiere, if it was an influencer event or something, but they had like a dead looking girl standing in the elevator with like her back to you. And then like as, you know, the elevator ride went on, she turned around and like came at you. Like I've never done one of those haunted houses where they can touch you. Have you ever done one of those? Have you heard of that?
I did like a haunted hayride where they could like grab you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No. These are ones you have to sign a waiver.
I will not die.
A waiver that there's a chance you could die. My friend Torian went to one. He was telling us about it, and he was like, it was all over this like estate, and he was like, at one point he was like half buried, and I was like, no, ma'am, I would be so scared.
Too much.
Too much. I don't want to be touched.
Too much.
And I saw on TikTok another one where there's like a ton of waivers, like they like choke you or something. I was like, that is not my form
That's
of
too
entertainment.
intense. That's too intense. Yeah.
Just so scary.
No thanks.
And what if there was an accident? That's what I always wonder.
Yeah.
Like, what if there's an accident? How do you know what's like,
Or one of those people is
part
like
of it?
actually like a psycho person. And like,
that would be a good cover if you were actually going to be a serial killer.
Oh yeah.
Working at a haunted house.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's been an episode of Monk or maybe it was Psych at a haunted house.
Monk.
Yeah.
You watch Psych.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Psych. I love Psych.
I love you, Rainie. You
It
have the nicest taste in entertainment.
Psych.
Psych is such a feel good show.
It's such a, you're just like, where are they now,
Yeah.
honestly?
I think those two people are married, aren't they?
Like Jules and Sean?
I think so. Jules and Sean Spencer, I think are married. Let me Google it so I'm not lying.
Oh my gosh, this is huge. This is the
Running
matrimony of the
fake
century.
Matrimony of the century.
Like I remember
we
they
didn't
were
even get
like
invited.
they were dating while it was
I mean, their chemistry
the
was
air,
good.
I
Their
think.
chemistry was good. Oh, while it was on the air.
yeah. Significant other. Juliet OHara. Yeah. It's her significant other. So I don't know if they're married or they're
Together.
So cute.
Together.
They're together.
but yeah, they are together.
Matchmaker.
Oh my gosh, matchmaker. Have you guys ever dated somebody that you were
Oh wait, this is a
on
fake
stage
person.
with?
This is a fake person on TV.
Oh,
Who's the actress?
this
Who's
is
the actress. That's the name of the girl. Oh my God, we're
Who is
spreading
her?
Maggie Lawson.
That's right.
Oh my God, so that wasn't even real news?
That wasn't even real. I spread
news?
misinformation.
Oh
I apologize.
my God, you are a
I
Russian
apologize
bot
for what I've done.
right now.
You know, she was not. Maybe they just dated. Did I just spread
Maggie
total
Lawson.
information?
Husband. Oh, she is married to Lawson. Was in a relationship with Lead. So that's she dated him for 8 years though. That's a long time.
Wow.
Back in the game, co-star
Yeah.
Ben Koldeek or something. Oh, okay. Well, I wonder what happened. Honestly, do you think we could get her on the show, Maggie Lawson?
I mean, it wouldn't
What's
hurt
she
to
up
ask.
to? What's she up
Ask,
to?
what's up, girl?
Super fan over here.
Yeah.
fan.
Okay,
Super
so they
fan Rainie.
dated.
They dated.
They dated, and they're
Which is
not
still
married
really
currently.
cute.
They're
That
not
is so
married.
cute.
No. they're
I
not
do
married.
like the chemistry between actors that do end up
Oh yeah.
being together on TV shows. Like,
who-
who's another
yeah.
good?
Because then it's no longer acting.
Yeah. Well, I really liked. They're divorced now, which is really sad. But there's a K-drama called Descendants of the Sun that I really loved, and the main leads just had this amazing chemistry, and then they did in fact get married, and they got divorced.
When the show is over.
Show's over.
They got divorced.
No renewal. Which I didn't know. I don't know if it's still true, but that K-drama was done when it was done. There's no second season. I mean, there were 20 some odd
I was going to
episodes.
say,
Oh,
aren't there
wow.
30 episodes.
There's it's a very long, and they're all an hour. Some are an hour and a half. They are long. It's a long TV show.
That's
But,
what we need more of though. 30 episodes runs because you finally find a good TV show and there's 8 30-minute episodes and it's
Yeah.
that's 4 hours.
What I started watching this weekend was Queen Charlotte.
Oh,
the Bridgerton.
I started it as well. Do you like it?
I don't hate it.
I don't like it.
It's it gets going. You're like, okay, I don't think I can watch this, and then one thing will hook you in, and then you're like, oh, I need to stay to figure this out, and every episode kind of ends like that.
Yeah,
It
with
keeps
a little
pulling you,
cliffhanger.
keeps hooking you along.
I like that
Yeah.
it's only 6 episodes.
That's what made me think of it is Rainie's I want the 30 episode thing, and I'm like, well, everything's 6 episodes now,
yeah.
That's true.
so short.
They're keeping it shorter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like all the production value
Oh yeah.
The
behind it. The
costumes.
costuming is crazy, and all the food styling is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that it shows, a little bit more character development behind some of those characters you wanted more from.
Yeah. Yeah, it
that's what I
definitely
enjoyed
shows
about
a
it.
background.
Background. 6 episode background.
I started watching this weekend. I texted Matt about it. Saint X on Hulu.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
So it's not. I don't know. It's not getting a ton of press. I think it's a pretty good mystery show.
I love a mystery.
Love a mystery.
I love mystery.
The only thing I don't like
Is
is
it dark, dramatic?
It's dark and dramatic, but it's also kind of at parts CWE.
Oh.
It's a little soapy at times.
Your favorite.
Love a CW
Written for
show.
Becky.
Thank you so much. I think streaming has conditioned me specifically to want the entirety of a show at one time. A
One at a
show
time.
that comes out once a week.
Yeah.
And I got onto it probably on week 3. So
Yeah.
3 episodes to watch. And then when it said you have to wait to next week, I was like, no,
Yeah.
I want to watch it now.
You're I'm not watching anymore.
No, I still tune in.
But then it is a little treat every week.
It is a little
But
treat every week.
it lasts just for 1 second and then it's
Yeah.
over.
It's
The
fleeting.
endorphins are gone.
That's like
Yeah.
Yellow Jackets.
Yellow
You know?
Jacket.
You gotta wait every week. You gotta wait every week.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When I first started college, I didn't know exactly what specialty or direction I was going. Sometimes in life, we're faced with tough choices, and the path forward isn't always so clear. I know for me, it's easier if I have time to pause and kind of look at everything. So whether you're dealing with decisions around career, relationships, or anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. Trusting yourself to make decisions that align with your values is like anything, and the more that you practice it, the easier it gets. We love therapy here at You Can Sit With Us. I love having dedicated time each week to kind of reflect, see what my current stressors are, and what I can do to kind of navigate them. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/sitwithus today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sitwithus.
Yellow Jackets wouldn't happen without writers.
No, none of the shows would.
None.
I mean, I guess reality.
I thought the writers obviously are very creative with their signs.
Yes,
when
I
they're
loved it.
picketing.
They're so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I saw one that was like the last time the writers went on strike, Landry killed a man, which is a Friday Night Lights reference, where like this one character who he's famous now. He's married to Kristen Dunst, and I always forget his name.
Oh, wow.
But he played this character called Landry on Friday Night Lights when he was younger. And he does, in fact, kill a man on the show. And it's the most bizarre, like the show really took a dive. You're like, what the heck is going on? I mean, the acting was good from it, but like the writing was like, what's going on?
Because there were no writers.
Because there were no writers.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that's why Euphoria is like weird. One guy. You need a room.
Collaboration.
You need a room. Like, right? I feel like people
Collaboration
also
fosters creativity.
Yeah, I think people think writing is like, I could do it. I'll take a writing class. I have a good idea for XYZ. I could do this. And it's like,
no.
It's literally so fucking hard.
It's a technical skill.
Yeah.
It's a
And
lot of work.
and you can study it for your whole life and like still be discovering.
Well, it's just
stuff.
like the editing process over and over
Yeah.
and over and over again. I mean, even your friend Alex, who was on our show, remember she was talking about it took like 10 years to get her movie done, and she was even editing in the middle of a scene.
Yeah, that's why
Set,
Stranger
you know?
Things said they're not going into production because they're like writing doesn't stop
Yeah.
when the show is filming. They're like, we're not going into production
Hell
without
yeah,
our
Stranger
writers.
Things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
So I'm like, withhold. Everybody just withhold. Hold the line.
It is an impressive turnout. Like everywhere, like, you know, when you're driving around LA and stuff. Yeah. You see all the people. I honk your horn
Yeah.
as you go by.
Honk, 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 honk.
Yeah. Give them some energy.
Yeah. Give them the boost.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, what's on your TikTok, Becky?
Yeah, Becky. What are you
My-
talking about? Is it Quail Talk?
I'm not on Quail
You're
Talk.
gonna
Are you
Quail Talk
on
me?
Quail Talk, Matt?
Not on Quail Talk.
I'm always on Quail Talk.
You
still.
buried the lead. I got it. I just love that you have quails. How do the eggs taste
You have
better?
to come see the quails.
I really want to see I don't know what a quail looks like.
You got to bring one to work. Like when Rainie brought the cats and we'll all hold a quail.
Oh my gosh, yes, please.
They don't really like to be held.
Oh.
Some are
Okay.
better than others. Some
That
of
makes
them
sense.
really don't like it. Some are fine.
Okay.
You know, it's a personality.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to force a quail to
Yeah. But one of the quail is
be
being
in my
bullied.
arms.
Oh, no.
She's beating up the other quail.
Roger.
Yeah.
Roger.
So her name's Roger.
Yeah, obviously. All the villains are called Roger. Yeah.
So we had to separate her because she was literally like hoarding food and like pecking at
Girl,
everyone's
is she actually
heads and stuff, and they
okay?
can like they can like peck each other's eyes out and stuff if they get really mean. So I was like,
That's too vicious.
too mean. So we had to separate her. She's in
How
her own
many
little
do you
cage
have?
right now. We have 8,
You have so many.
which is actually not really a lot. Like most people have quail have like 20. You know?
Oh, they're
20
flocks.
seems like a lot.
Yeah.
They're a herd animal.
Yeah.
And-
Because they like to like get together and stuff. You know, like
Yeah, to chat.
huddle, chit chat.
Huddle.
They do. Well, when the bully was in there, we could hear them because we have them outside our window, so that we can see them through the window and kind of like hear them, and they'd be like,
Oh, that's pretty.
and you could hear them running around the cage because she's trying to beat them up.
Oh.
Normally they're very calm and quiet,
Separated.
and then also if they're being bullied, they don't produce like eggs and stuff.
They're
So that's not good. They're just too stressed. Yeah,
Yeah.
they won't create
And
them.
they're scared.
And they're scared. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to
So,
bully.
yeah, what are you doing? What are you going to
So
do?
I don't know what we're gonna do with the bully yet. We gotta find out.
She's got to go in timeout.
She's in timeout right now.
Yeah,
in her
maybe
little cage
she's
right now.
maybe she's being actually exiled and she's lashing out. Maybe she's the victim at the end of the day.
Did you ever think of that, Matt?
What are you supposed to do with her then?
I don't know. Support her.
But she's the biggest one, so I feel like
Oh, she's on a
probably
power
not.
trip, maybe.
Yeah, she's on a power
Or
trip.
maybe she's
Roger.
embarrassed because she had a growth spurt.
Aww.
And she's like, I'm taller than
Relatable.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could be.
Could
Yeah.
be.
But you're supposed to you're not supposed to leave them alone. Like they can't live alone. Like they need at least one friend.
Yeah, they're not like solitary.
Oh.
So she can't live in that cage alone forever. So we're gonna have to figure out a solution.
Yeah.
Does TikTok have the Quail Talk have the answers? Is this a common
No,
problem?
the only thing you can try to introduce them back into a different cage, because they get very territorial. So that might be an issue.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're working on it. TBD. We'll see what happens. She's gonna end up at Becky's house.
I don't think
I'm gonna call
Quail
them two.
would work with the
I'm gonna
cats
call them
very
two turtle
well.
doves. I'm gonna give you 2 of them to live at your house.
Alfred and Grandpa Barry
very
think they
romantic.
are hunters. They go to the window like they're gonna hunt, and then the minute you open the door, they're like, "No, I don't want to go out there."
You could put this.
wanna
You
go
could
out
put the
there.
quail outside the cat window, and then the cats could just watch them all day.
They could just like scratch at my windows by jumping at it.
Yeah, just
Jumping
like
and
watching,
jumping.
just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
They do need stimulation. We've been hiding little cat treats around the house for them, and by we I mean Keith,
Hunting.
Oh.
that they can hunt. Yeah.
Well, I took over your TikTok moment, Becky, with my quail talk.
Yeah.
So what
Wow.
actually is
Wow, Matt.
on your talkie tick?
My TikTok that I found this week that I really, really like. So usually I'm on carpet cleaning TikTok. I want the Try Guys to do a carpet cleaning video. I find
that'd
it
be very
so
satisfying.
satisfying.
Very
love
satisfying.
those things.
Especially when I'm like, I'll show Keith, I'll be like, look, it was actually pink. Like when you see the real color of the carpet. But I think something in that, me watching those, boosted me over to this guy that will knock on people's doors who have like overgrown
Yes.
lawns.
Oh my god,
Have
I
you
literally
seen
was
him?
showing Eugene this yesterday.
And he'll knock on their door and be like, hey, can I do this? Can I clean for a TikTok? Can I clean your yard?
yeah.
And do maintenance.
Yeah. I've
And
seen him.
I really like him because he does like a little like voiceover moment for the beginning, but then after that he leaves the OG like the audio on, and so it's all sped up, so you hear
Yeah, you
like
hear,
him
the
walking
machines.
around.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying. He like finds sidewalks that weren't there. That was the one that I saw that I really liked, and he'll like clean up the edges so it's nice and clean. I like it.
It is for free for people who
For
can't
free,
afford
yeah.
to get their lawn done. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just like knocks on their door. When he said he was just driving by, and I think this one that I was watching, he said there were like 300. Is 300 tons a lot?
Tons. is
Looking
a
at
lot.
Matt.
I feel like it's probably pounds.
I think he said there were tons though.
A ton is 2,000 pounds. So that's a lot.
I don't know. I gotta find it. So I'm not lying again.
Bro, I feel like it was like
psych.
3,000 pounds is probably.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because he went and because he takes it to a compost place to get all the stuff.
Oh yeah.
He drops it off, and he said they weighed his van before and after to see like how much was of the weight.
Probably 3,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I guess,
Okay.
for a lot of dirt.
Okay, sure. Sure, mathlete.
Sure.
I'm also on the TikTok of this woman who goes into these houses that are like, and she just like, it's like a free service and she cleans it. And it is really, it's a very heartwarming.
I'm sure people's houses who need, like, they're probably really gross.
Yeah. Yeah. But she's like so non-judgmental about it. And she's just like,
They're probably
yeah, this
really
is just like,
transformation videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's just so satisfying to see just like all this like dirt in a sink, just like clean.
The grime just melts away.
Yeah.
I saw a funny TikTok that did influence me to buy. I told Matt I got this handheld steamer for like the grout in the windows. But the video that I saw that really made me laugh was a woman started the video and she's like, so I actually had to go to my friend's house because mine is always clean. And she's like, every once in a while she would slip and be like, oh yeah, and then this is where my friend's kid did X, Y, Z. She's like, my toilets are always clean, but this one needed some work. I was like, that's cute. I like it.
Clean talk.
I love Clean Talk. There's one creator on there who she's like Scrub Daddy's first ever ambassador.
Oh yeah.
I love her.
Yes.
She's a house cleaner and she goes around and she shows you all the best ways to like get in all the nooks and crannies, and she does like how to clean your house like a housekeeper does. And I'm just like, you are my favorite person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, so you haven't gotten the steamer yet still?
It's coming. It's on its way.
Well, you're going to have to let us know how it is.
Yeah.
Maybe your house is going to be too clean. You might have to come do my house.
Oh, maybe. That definitely. Oh, maybe. Maybe. I think
My house might need a steam.
one of the hardest things about LA is the like dust and soot, especially if you live by a freeway,
Pollen.
is all over. It goes right through the screen. And you're like, oh, it's black now. My white trim is black.
Steamer.
Yeah.
Whenever I open my window, my Dyson is always like unacceptable condition.
Yeah, right?
When you close the windows, it's like, we got to clean this air.
Yeah, I do think that having the Try Guys do the carpet cleaners is a really good idea.
Right?
Because I would click that so
Yes.
fast. Also, the pillows in the bathtub where they like soak the pillows.
where they
or the
strip 'em.
Stripping.
Yeah.
I love watching those, but
Strip it.
Love those.
yeah, my bathtub, I'm worried because it's an apartment. I'm like, is it clean enough to even
Do that.
do that? Have you done it? Have you guys
clean
done
it first? I do it to sheets sometimes.
Yeah, I soak
yeah.
sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the dog stuff.
Yeah. It helps
Dog
with like
beds
the
and stuff.
odor.
Mine have never been as bad as
Yeah.
what they show on the TV or on the
Okay.
On the TV.
on the TV.
On the
On
TikTok.
On the
television.
onlines.
Yeah. Mine have never come out like dark brown, but they are like gunky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff
Because
it's
stuff
like gray
comes
water.
out.
It's like
Yeah.
gray water.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very like bleh.
Ooh.
Maybe Try Guys should do like try housekeeping one day. I think
think
that
that'd be
would be one that I
so
would
good.
watch because it's just like
Yeah.
so satisfying.
Yeah.
They have to go clean.
Yeah. Who do we talk to about that?
Who do we talk to that? I have another idea too that was based on TikTok. Do you ever see the man who makes candy? He owns a candy store.
Oh yeah.
I love him. So he has like he'll tell you like
the
a funny
rope candy
story.
stuff and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he like hits it down and he like pulls, makes all the fresh
That
candy.
makes it fun, all the taffy.
I
and
think
stuff.
Sophia did it a while ago. But I just think it looks so fun.
That'd be fun. Let's
Like
do it.
making fresh
Let's go.
candy. I would eat
Right
it.
up your alley.
I would be there to
I feel
support.
like this is Becky's video.
I would be there to
actually.
support.
She's learning how to make all the candies so she can just make it at home all day.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, fresh candy, I'm assuming, is way better. Do you like it better, or is there something nostalgic about like a Twizzler?
I don't know. I don't discriminate against my candies, really. I like things
Come on,
that are
come on.
fresh. Yeah, I don't like stale candy.
You don't like
I'm
stale,
really
famously.
upset when it's stale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also don't love I'm not a huge hard candy person. Like I like hard caramels. But I don't like he does
Like your
like
teeth.
yeah, he does
Like
like
the candy cane type
candy
candy.
canes. I like candy canes, but he'll do like the little mini
With like the different shapes
that you like
in them
suck
and
on.
stuff.
Yeah, those I've never, probably because I choked on them when I
Oh,
was little.
shut Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
gonna be that'll stick in your head.
That'll stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because my grandma also like stuck her hand down my throat to get it. You know,
I mean, she had to do what
I
she
was
had to
choking.
do. Yeah.
I was choking. Sometimes you got to get that bony grandma hand in.
Yeah.
Fish it out.
They've never done a ranking candy, have they?
They've got to do a ranking
They've
candy.
never done a ranking candy. Eugene, that would be phenomenal. But I feel like it's hard because you'd have to separate it. Like the thing that was kind of hard about seltzers is we separated them. It wasn't hard. It was that we separated them into like what they were. Like some of them were like made by beer companies. Some of them were supposed to be fruity. Some of them were supposed to be like we did like indie, all of that. So I feel like you'd have to separate like ranking chocolate candy from ranking like gummy
Because
candy.
how are you going to compare like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What
I
is
feel
the
like
best gummy?
Starburst?
Yeah, a raisinette versus a Starburst,
Right.
Or a
There's
Skittle.
no way.
Who's gonna choose the raisinette? Come on.
I like raisinettes sometimes. Dark chocolate ones, they're kind of good.
Versus a Starburst.
Yeah. What ranking? Well, I guess this is a good transition.
You're
Into
welcome, Becky. You're
ranking.
welcome, Becky. Yeah.
Oh my
I
god!
fed it to you right there.
Does it make it not a good transition if you acknowledge it? I think I think that's.
I was trying to be sly and it was working.
I was working. Oops. So we're just going to talk about ranking now, and it came up so naturally in conversation. What rankings do you want to do that haven't been done?
I think spa treatments would be a great one.
ranking
Isn't that
spa treatment.
isn't that your idea for Try Guys videos too? You're like, I want to
For
rank
everything-
spas,
We haven't been able to go to any spas yet.
luxury
Okay.
vacations.
What first class like suites on
Yeah,
different
are the best.
airlines? Let's rank those, Becky. Let's rank those.
I don't know if those are in the budget, Matt. Do you have something? I would say
I
ranking.
think we need to talk about the budget then. Let's expand.
I think ranking and Eat the Menu have very similar budgets.
True.
And it's one man at a table.
They haven't done fast food chains.
Well, they did rank the menu with McDonald's, where it was kind of like
Yeah, that's
a
right.
ranking Eat the Menu
Yeah.
collab between Keith and Eugene.
Yeah.
Eugene.
Eugene.
Eugene. But yeah, you're right. There hasn't been
There
like
hasn't been
a
like
ranking.
Wendy's versus McDonald's
burgers.
versus In-N-Out versus
Yeah.
I mean,
That
what's
could be
top?
good.
What's the top for that
could
one,
be
for
good.
example? I just went to Shake Shack for the first time.
Oh, did you love?
I really liked it.
Did you have a chicken sandwich or a burger?
I had a burger. Is that, what do you think?
No, I like the burgers,
Okay.
but have a chicken sandwich next time.
I've
They're
never had a
really
chicken
good.
sandwich from
I fucking
Shaky Shaky with the shake.
They're so good. No, shakes are too soft.
I love the shakes.
They're too soft.
The what do they
I
call
don't
them?
like
The
soft ice
concretes?
cream.
No, they call
Yeah,
them.
concrete or something.
Oh, yeah.
So you had Shake Shack for the first
So I had
time.
Shake Shack for that- so that's up there for me.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Is
I
it better
really
than
like it.
In-N-Out for you? Better than Five Guys?
So I've only been to In-N-Out once, and I didn't
Wow.
like it.
What's the burger chain in
feel you.
like Denver?
I feel you.
It's
Do they have
mostly just like the regulars.
You're like
normal
Carl
stuff.
Juniors.
Yeah.
Because like Texas has like, the Whataburger.
Oh,
And then, West Coast has like In-N-Out,
Yeah, Midwest has Portillo's.
Portillo's. Yeah.
Although Portillo's is out here now.
The
Only two
Denver just
locations.
doesn't have
I
anything.
love Portillo's. Portillo's is so good. They have one in Anaheim by Disney.
okay.
Very, very tasty.
Or like, and what's the best fries? Do you think?
Not In-N-Out.
Not
People are
In-N-Out.
out of their fucking mind
Yeah.
when they say that In-N-Out fries are good.
Yeah.
That's probably the main
They're
reason.
only when they're animal style, they taste good because there's
Animal style.
yeah.
the flavors all masked
Yeah.
under all the stuff.
You put like the animal style, which is basically like Thousand Island mixed with something else
has,
on
like,
top.
I thought it was like
Onions and
meat.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that's sad. Okay.
No, it's
Just
like
messy.
a messy sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But their fries are trash.
Yeah.
They're
Not good.
awful.
Yeah.
I don't know how you take fresh fries and make them taste that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like the texture is just awful. They do make them fresh, which is great.
You see them back there with the potato
Yeah.
cutter thing. They're like, "Choo, choo."
I really like their grilled cheese.
Mm.
Do you know you can ask for a grilled cheese at In-N-Out?
I did. It's not on the menu.
So it's two
Off the menu.
off menu.
the
It's two burger patties with the cheese in the middle.
Oh.
And so sometimes I'll do that, and then I'll do it with all the toppings of a burger, but just not the burger itself. And it's good.
I love a grilled cheese.
I think another good ranking would be vegan meat.
Sorry.
Right? Vegan meat
Vegan
alternative. Which one is the best one?
Which one
You know
tastes
what I
better?
mean?
But I feel like it depends. Like I know some people that don't want. I think Rachel is a pescatarian who does not want the taste of meat,
Right.
Right.
so she would be okay with it not. But like I want the taste of meat.
Yeah.
Right.
So obviously, Impossible Burgers wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beyond, Impossible. I mean, there's so many now.
Beyond has a flavor.
Lover.
I feel like Impossible tastes the most
Impossible.
normal.
Or vegan cheeses.
Oh,
These are great. These are great.
I think I don't know what her YouTube handle is, but Merle from BuzzFeed, ex-BuzzFeeder, she's vegan and she does those things. She'll be like, which vegan cheese melts the best?
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I can't imagine a vegan cheese melting.
Nice.
very rarely.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Very rarely.
Although I will say there was a vegan restaurant in my college town and they had a mac and cheese that was amazing. And I think it was like a cashew cream sauce thing. So good.
What other ranking would you want to do besides candy?
Candy, obviously, I would want to do. I think fast food is a really good idea, or like fast food French fries would be a really good idea.
Oh, that's a good one.
What other rankings? I mean, I did like doing the entertainment based one, but maybe it was because we did it after the wine tasting one. So I was like, Eugene, why did we schedule? Why did we bless you? Why did we schedule drinking wine at 10 a.m. and then talking about
Yes.
reality TV shows at 1 p.m.
Yes.
That's so
so
funny.
you'll be ready.
to be ready?
You'll be ready.
That was another question people asked was how drunk did Eugene and I get at both events? I would say both times I did not drive myself just because like you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But there's sips. Like we're not gulping.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say the seltzers at the end, it was a little more like, yeah, we were taking a little bit bigger swigs than maybe necessary. Just because it was.
You didn't get too lit.
Yeah. We didn't get too
Yeah.
lit. And like, yeah, if you watch the ranking reality TV shows, that was filmed after wine. So we were, you
That's
know, we're
so
like falling
funny.
down.
Right.
We were just having little sips. We were definitely buzzed, definitely toasty. But that's
Yeah.
also why we always
But
have
what
food.
did you do with the rest of the open container?
Everybody took it home. The crew got to.
But you like had 2 sips out of it, and then what do you do with that can?
Well, the cans we only took one, and then Eugene and I shared
Yeah.
the can with 2 different straws.
Yeah.
And then everybody was allowed to just take.
So you just put it all
Take
into
theirs
one
home.
as a punch at the end.
Oh, oh, no.
Yeah, I feel like the crew gets all the leftover food.
Yeah.
Like when we did the chip video, there were so many chips. I did not
Yeah.
take one chip back home. I was sick of chips after that.
No, I didn't take any home.
And there were none left by the end of the day. Like people had
I also
taken them
felt
all,
very
you
like
know?
dry at the end of the chip video.
Oh,
like
the
I felt
salt.
like my innards had been sucked dry.
You've been salted.
Yeah, so mostly people take it home because
Yeah.
some of it stayed in like the Try Guys office because they keep alcohol here if people want it. But mostly it was like, you know, we had one seltzer of a 6-pack.
Right.
So if somebody wanted to take the 6-pack home, that was working. You take the 6-pack home,
Right, yeah.
Because it's not like
The perk.
it's already been paid for. Yeah,
Yeah, it's your perk.
When
Yeah.
you go in, have you prepped any like jokes or opinions? Or are you just sort of like, oh, let's see what comes?
I mean, there is usually some type of copy that'll be talking about stuff. Like I remember for
Yeah.
the chip video, we had prompts.
You had facts.
We had like
Oh, that's
facts.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you could kind of riff off those a little bit.
Yeah,
But I didn't read it beforehand. It was all going in blind.
Yeah, same with the wines. We didn't, and the seltzers.
Yeah.
More just like, yeah, you get a prompt and then you just
Yeah.
kind of go with it on the
Yeah.
fly. Like, where did horny police come from? We have no idea.
In your mind.
Came from our brain. Why were we
from your
thinking
brain?
about Noah Centineo that day? No clue. Couldn't tell you.
You were in
People
love.
wanted to know if my opinion
You're in
of
love.
Noah Centineo and Kimbap changed since the video. I would say Noah Centineo, I still think is very funny for being very derpy. I just think he's
You
like,
think the same of Kim?
yeah, and same for Kimbap. Kimbap has not risen in the ranks, even though I am his adoptive mother. Even though it is my fault that he exists.
Yeah, it's your fault he's at my house.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
I went with you. Matt was traveling, I think.
Yeah, I was traveling for work. Yeah.
And Eugene, we
I
went.
didn't know that. Oh my
Eugene and
God.
Becky
Out.
went and got him.
Kimbap.
And
From
then
the
you
Humane
came home and
Society.
you were like, well, did you know he was getting a dog?
Yeah.
You must have.
He told me he was gonna go, and then because now you can like look online and see dogs and stuff. So
Yeah.
Eugene had gone to look at a dog, and then while he was there, he looked around and then he saw Kimbap.
Well, also remember it was crazy. We were there to look at, like you said, like a specific dog.
Yeah,
There were like 50 people in the parking lot also there to like look at this dog. And they did like this raffle. 'Cause I forget what it was.
Was it like a purebred?
yeah. I think it was.
Yeah, it was a purebred something or other. But everybody was in there. And then it was literally so sad. Like I would say most of the 50 people left after they didn't get that dog. Like we
Yeah.
went in immediately. We were like, okay, didn't get that
Yeah.
dog. Like there's a literal building full of them.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Is this Wags and Walks?
No, this
No.
was
No, this
the
was
Humane
the-
Society.
yeah, the AS,
Out.
whatever it was. In
was like
San Dimas. I
San
always
Dimas.
remember
I was
because
gonna be
it's
like Pomona or something. Yeah.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
San
Dimas High School rules.
And then what
Good memory.
grabbed you about Kimbap?
Yeah,
Well-
what grabbed you about Kimbap? Huh? Why did you like Kimbap so much, Becky? Why were you like, that one's it?
Well,
Huh, Becky?
his
Huh,
penis was
Becky?
out, and I had never seen a dog's penis before.
This is such a chaotic story from
His dipstick.
His little lipstick was hanging out, and I was like, "Oh my God, Eugene, look at that dog! His penis is out." And he was like, "Oh, he's actually kind of cute." And what we didn't know is that Kimbap had kennel cough at the time.
It was
he
really bad kennel
sick.
cough. Yeah.
So he was like so subdued. He was so
He was
chill.
muted. He was muted.
He was a
Yeah.
muted pup. We had Pesto with us. And I think on our first lap, we didn't know that you weren't supposed to bring the other dogs with you.
Oh.
Or like through that, we ended up having to put him in like a separate area. But Kimbap wasn't super reactive to having another dog there. So we were like, oh, he seems fun. And then we like did a couple laps and we just kind of kept coming back and being like, yeah, he's like funny. He looks like a little gremlin.
He is a gremlin.
Like he's got like a cute little gremlin face. And then we actually ended up having, because the shelter was like 40-ish minutes away. We ended up having to come back and get Emma because they want to see both dogs with the new dog they're going to bring home to make sure that they're
They get along.
compatible. Yeah.
Were you on the phone or anything, or were you just sort of
Eugene like sent me a video and he's like, I think this one's the one.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Little did we know.
And then we brought him home.
And how would you describe Kimbap?
Actually, he is a little more subdued now. We've had him for 2 years.
Yeah.
Because when we first got him, after his kennel cough was cured, he was wild.
He was a maniac.
I sent him away to boot camp for a month.
Where,
trainer.
what boot camp? Oh, trainer.
It was a trainer.
Berries.
Berries boot camp.
He got swole.
lifting those weights. I sent him away because he was so wild. And I was like, I can't, I'm like traveling for work all the time. Like, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
And I can't trust Eugene to do it by himself.
Yeah.
So he like did a lot of learning him for like being on the leash and like commands and stuff.
Yeah.
So then after that helped a lot.
Okay.
Because he was like a little escape artist.
Yes.
He would like try and run out the door. He would run out of cars.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, he would run around everywhere. He'd bark at everything.
And he was a jumper.
Be very reactive. He would really
Yeah.
jump on you.
And your niece was like
Anything that he would
one
be
at
like
the
in
time.
food and stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would go up to little kid. I mean, he still does a little bit, but not as bad. But you know, because little kids are short.
Yeah.
And Kimbap on his hind legs are like on their shoulders. You know, so he would come up to little kids and like hit them with his front
shove them.
paws, and they would fall back.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Because they don't have good balance.
Yeah.
And then he would run away.
Yeah. Kimbap was also
So he
a
was
bully.
A bully.
He's
Kimbap
Roger.
was being a bully. Yeah.
Yeah. But he is a lot better after boot camp. I would say I think I still just have like more love for Emma and Pesto because I've known them longer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe when Emma
No.
goes to the big farm in the sky, which I honestly think will be 100 years from now. Like I think
Probably. She's still
I think
kicking.
Emma's gonna be like what's his name from the Matrix, or what's her name from the Matrix, the Oracle.
Oh my gosh.
She's
my
like
gosh.
a gajillion years
Yeah.
old and can see in and out of the Matrix.
Yes.
That's Emma's vibe to me.
I mean, one eye's already there, you know?
Yeah. I also think Pesto's like less. He doesn't want to like lick your face as much as Kimbap wants to.
Yeah.
That's my only thing with dogs. I don't want their mouth on my face.
They just want the love.
They want love. I'll
They
give
want
them
the
love.
love.
I'll
They
give
want-
them cuddles. But I don't want them on my face.
Yeah.
Stinky breath. Same with the cats. Their breath smells like their butts. It smells so bad. Sometimes a kitten will jump on you in the middle of the night or like in the morning and just go like, "Meow," like
you're
this
like,
really long meow. And I'm just like, you are rotten from the inside. Like you smell like you are rotten.
All that fish.
And their butts.
That's what you could do.
I mean, they don't use toilet paper.
Ranking cat food and taste all the cat food, Becky.
That's a good
I think
one.
we did talk about doing like ranking dog food once and seeing like where the dog, not us eating it, but like see where the dog went.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And have the dog be the ranking.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I love that.
Those always tickled me. Some other questions that we got about ranking was how much ends up on the cutting room floor
Yeah. And how long you shoot.
and how long we shoot.
Yeah.
So I think the wine ones we shot for like 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long time.
They're pretty long shoots just because you
Yeah.
have to set up each
They do the glamour shot
wine.
of everything.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. Of each product.
Yeah.
And then your pre-thoughts, post thoughts, middle thoughts.
No thoughts. I would say a lot ends up on the cutting room floor. Obviously, like the majority of it, because you see like what, it's a 15, 20-minute video. Most of it.
Yeah, they only take the best nuggets. The cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop, the funniest jokes.
The funniest jokes. That's what ends up.
Yeah. When you watch it,
On
are you
film.
like, because I feel like sometimes in podcasts, I'm like, oh, I forgot I said that. Do you ever have that where you're like, oh, that's crazy that I said that?
I forget
I've
right when I
never had
leave. Like what I say, I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
Different reality.
I think when I watch it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I remember this now.
Right.
But I feel like I've always asked to, in videos, I usually like to ask to see it before
Okay. You see
it goes
cut
out.
before.
Just
Yeah.
because, you never know.
You don't want to be canceled.
Yeah. Well, you just never know with what some people. Yeah.
And sometimes like the way it's edited,
Yeah.
it's better to have more
Blame
eyes
it
on it.
Blame it on the edit.
Well, and you always
Blame
got to
it on
have,
the edit.
blame it on the edit. Yeah. But there are so many people that see it. You just want to make sure you're
That's true.
the final looker.
Yeah.
Because you can decide for yourself.
I remember Eugene did say that the chip video was the most debated on camera. You know, like there was the most fighting.
Oh, we did have them. Well, because it was you and me.
It was you and me.
And we have very strong
I
opinions.
got it when I asked for questions on Instagram. They're like, when is there going to be just a Matt and Becky ranking? Like we just rank stuff.
It would never happen because
Leave
we're both
Eugene out.
so stubborn that we would refuse
We
to
need a
close
mediator.
ranks.
We need a mediator.
We need someone in the middle to be like, no, because you are not letting go of those plain Lay's potato chips.
I mean, because they're the best ones.
They are not better than like Doritos. They're not better than things
No
with
one
flavor.
wants a Dorito. Dorito is more like it. Dorito. Actually, you know what chip has been growing on me lately?
What one?
Is the Lay's Limon.
Les Limon.
Yeah.
From
they're
our trip
good.
to Mexico.
Yeah.
You got on a limon train.
Yeah, they're so good. And now they're in the US more. I've seen them at some stores in the US now.
You know what chip wasn't on the list, but Keith
Ketchup?
brought it back for me. Yeah, from Canada.
Oh my gosh.
I got a bag
got
of
it?
ketchup chips. I love
Delish.
ketchup chips.
Did you dip them in ketchup too? Extra ketchup-y?
But that's actually what we did. My mom and I would do that when we had like sandwiches for lunch when we were little,
Yeah.
or when I was little, when we were little together.
Your mom and you were little.
When we were 5, we'd take plain Lay's and dip them in ketchup. It was a potato. It's like a French
It's
fry.
a French fry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
basically.
when we went to Greece, I had my first taste of ketchup Pringles, ketchup
And you've
chips,
been obsessed ever
ketchup
since.
ever since. I love the flavor.
Can you get them like online? Because I feel like they don't sell them here.
You can get them online in like bulk. And I'm like, I don't know if I need that many chips in my life because I, much like Matt, are chip like monsters. Like they
Love
can't be in the house.
I love chips.
They'll be
Chip, chip, chip,
gone.
chip, chip,
Yeah,
chip,
maybe
chip,
you should
chip,
get
chip,
it for the office and take 5 home.
That's true. I'll be like, I brought you guys this present and then leave with half of it.
chip. Leave with that.
Yeah. I'll be stuffing it in my bag.
Yes.
It's a write-off. I'm doing all the import fees. I'm like, don't worry, Devin, it's a write-off.
So good.
She's like, Becky, I don't think you know what a write-off is. And I'm like, you're correct. I don't know what that means.
Nope, don't know. Well, thank you so much for sitting with us today. This was so fun. Gabbing, catching up. We hope you're having a great day. And remember to tip your servers.
Tip them.
Tip them. Be nice to other people.
Be nice.
Be nice to yourself.
You too,
Pee
girlfriend.
after sex.
Pee.
What else? Everything.
Everything. Get
Get vaccinated.
vaccinated for all the things you need to get vaccinated for.
And until next time, bye.